Guys, please make sure to stay until the end. We're going to talk about common mistake people make that can actually cost you thousands of dollars for parts, tools, diagnostics that you may not actually need. Stay with us, we'll explain what it is. Hey guys, welcome back to Auto Repair guys. Super quick, very helpful video for any of you having a problem where you have warning on the dash of your Mercedes C Class that says transmission not in P, risk of vehicle running away. Guys, please make sure to stand till the end. Do not waste any money on parts to use diagnostics until you watch that video, because it could be quite simple fix. We've seen people spending thousands of dollars on repairs that they don't need to. Stay with us, we'll explain what we see quite often in the garage, and after that, if you need to buy any replacement parts and tools, guys, we'll share the information in the description of the video below. Check it out and you can see where we get most of our tools and supplies from as well. So let's start on it now. Before we start guys, let us tell you a little bit about us. Every single car we get here at the garage, we try to make at least 200 to 300 free repair videos. We take them completely apart, we show you how to fix pretty much anything. Electronics, engines, computers, transmissions. Why we do all that? Because our mission at the garage here is to save you as much money as we can, guys. All we need in return, please guys, subscribe to the channel, like the video, that way we can keep making these free videos. Check out our YouTube channels, we have more than 17,000 free repair videos that can save you thousands of dollars in future repairs. So let's go ahead and start on it now. If you guys have that warning on your Mercedes that says transmission not in P, risk of vehicle running away, multiple things can cause that, but the first thing you always want to check is fuses, relays for the transmission control module, ABS traction control module, guys, brake light switches. We'll talk about that. All these systems work together and can cause malfunction with the transmission shifters as well. Quick advice from us, guys, okay, 9 out of 10 owners of that Mercedes will not know there will be up to 7 different hidden fuse boxes in it. That's why I made a special video on our YouTube channel that's called Mercedes W205 fuse box location and diagram video that can save you thousands of dollars in repairs. And guys, today we're working up to 4 different fuse boxes. The first one is on the passenger side. Open the passenger door, come to the footwell compartment on the passenger side. On the A pillar here you have a cover, remove it. Let us get you a better angle right there. Remove it, and underneath you have the main passenger side fuse box with a layout like this one here. Before we continue, let's explain quickly why it's always a good idea to test fuses and relays. So guys, let us tell you something really quick, guys. People make one common mistake. They never test fuses, relays. They look at them and they assume they're good. At that point, they think they have a good fuse or relay, and they start replacing modules, computers, parts that can cost you thousands of dollars in repairs, guys. Always test your fuses. You have no idea how many cars we fixed for customers that said, oh, I checked the fuse, everything's fine, but I still have a problem. Now, some fuses are super hard to see if they're burnt or not. Some of them will be really easily accessible. You can clearly see them, but there will be fuses that are not see-through, fuses that may look like they're not burned, but they're actually burned. And often, guys, you can actually even test these fuses. Okay, let me show you now without even removing them. But it's very important to know how to test different fuses and relays, and if you want to see how to do that, guys, we're going to put that link to a video in the description of the video below, how to test fuse, how to test a relay. Always check that. I want to emphasize that enough because it could be a really simple fix. Here, guys, we need to check one fuse. Start with it. That starting on the bottom, that's fuse 301, 2, 3, 304. This is one very important fuse, and we mentioned 4, but I think we'll be working 5 different fuse boxes. The next thing, okay, that we will need to do, we need to come to the driver's side, and when you do that, you need to remove that cover. Underneath you have another fuse box, guys, here, and specifically here we need to check fuse number 211. Not all models will have that one, but if you have it, it will be right here on the bottom. Depending on the transmission, you may have that fuse as well. After that, you need to go ahead and open the hood. When you open the hood, guys, facing the engine on the right side here is the main engine fuse box under that cover. Okay, you have 2 turning knobs, one here, one there. Turn it, lift the cover up, and underneath, okay, you're going to have a fuse box with a black lid. That black cover attaches with 2 Torx bolts. Remove them and you get that layout here, guys. Specifically here, what we need to check. Now, some models may have fuse 118, okay, right here, because that's 115, 16, 17, 18. And another thing that you may need to consider checking, guys, okay, now will be fuse 105, So that's 101, 2, 3, 4, 5. Some models will have that fuse too, depending on the year, model, and transmission. You have this or not. Then you need to check relay K. Right here you have two relays, that K and M. It will be under that cover, a little bit integrated relay. That's a very important relay right there. And also we will, guys, need to go now to a different fuse box that's actually under the hood. But instead of here, you go to the positive jump starter terminal. Remove that cover. Underneath you will find a positive jump starter terminal. That's actually a pre-fuse box. If you look on the other side, you have multiple cables, and if you open it, you will have something close like this one right here. Now, guys, right here you may have different options of a fuse box, but if you open it, I would recommend to check each one of these fuses. Okay, test them. They're easy to test, but mostly, okay, the fuses that we'll need to check is this one right here, the C terminals, and the one right here, that's a C2 as well. Okay, right there. Also, you will need to check some other ones too, guys, and we're talking about that's in completely different fuse box. That's on the inside, behind the glove box. Remove the glove box. On the very back side in the dash you have the pre-fuse box, kind of like the engine pre-fuse box, but that's for the body. If you open it, it looks like this one, and here we need to check specifically fuse number 10, which is this fuse right here, but test all of them since you're already here. Also, you may need to go to the trunk, open the trunk. Under the cover here on the right side you have another cover. Remove it and you'll find the trunk fuse box. Here you need to check fuse number 448, which is right here. Very important fuse. And 454, that's 50, 1, 2, 3, 4 right here. Okay, those are some of the most important fuses, relays that you will need to check. Now, many things can cause problems with the transmission. One that we see quite often, you see the battery here, guys, that's original Mercedes battery. It was starting the vehicle, no problem, but it was unstable battery. What caused that? It caused many electrical problems. One of them was transmission not shifting, being stuck in park, not being able to shift out of park. We got the warnings and all that kind of stuff because of bad battery. Don't test the battery voltage, test the battery amperage. Okay, we'll have a video how to test Mercedes battery step by step. Check it out, it'll teach you how to do that, because we've seen people spend thousands of dollars in repairs when all they need to do is test and replace their battery. Another thing, okay, on modern vehicles, guys, on the brake paddle, I want to show you here on the brake paddle. You see, this is the brake paddle here. If we remove the covers, that's a brake light switch installed on the brake paddle. If I press that brake paddle, watch what happens. The brake light switch moves, right? It tells the transmission, engine, computer, ABS, traction control modules, okay, all those systems that the brake has been activated. And if that brake light switch does not work, you will have problems with the transmission too. Another thing, okay, could be problems with the transmission shifter as well. Okay, transmission shifter malfunctioning. Okay, we've seen that happen, not very often, but it's possible. And something that we see here at the garage, guys, that's ABS and traction control module. Okay, that's a computer for the ABS brake traction control system. It works together with the transmission. This is the whole assembly right here with the valve, with the ABS pump and the valve body. But if you notice that in high humidity after driving in rain, malfunctioning, could be one that's leaking. But also, guys, okay, it could be a problem with it that will cause it not to work as well, and that will affect the transmission because it works together with the transmission. So guys, if you have problems with it, what we recommend, the best thing, get a scanner that can access every computer system in your Mercedes, because we have up to 40 different modules, some of them 40, 50 modules. We will share the link in the description of the video below which scanner we use. MK808 is an amazing scanner. You can read the codes and lead you to the right direction. Often when you have problems with the transmission, we'll throw a code and tell you exactly what's wrong with it that way, and you can easily fix it. But those are some of the most common things we see at the garage. Guys, quick advice. Now, that generation Mercedes, it has all kinds of different fuses and relays. I want to show you some of them. Those are super special ones as well, guys. And those pre-fuse boxes as well. Check it out. You will have a great variety of fuses, relays. So, by the way, if you guys want to buy any replacement parts, tools, fuses, we'll recommend to keep some spare ones in the glove box for a peace of mind. We're going to share the information in the description of the video below so you can see where you can get them from, and you can see where we get most of our tools and supplies from as well. Thank you guys for watching and see you next time.